And today I wanted to talk about inspiration. That's why we gathered here today, so we could talk about this wonderful topic. What is really inspiration? How do you describe it? How do you define it? And how do you really get to inspiration? And also I want to talk about how do you stay inspired? How do you live your life in an inspired state of mind? Let me just put this guitar down a little bit. Well, if you walk around and if you see the objects outside of your environment, in the city, in nature, in museum, you have to understand that everything around you was inspired at some point. Somebody had an idea, somebody had a thought, then he had a strategy and a plan, how to execute it, and then finally the thought became reality. And all happened because of that one instant of inspiration. Well, what is that? When that happens, when a person is in that state of creation, is in that state of being inspired, he's in different energy. He's in heightened state of awareness. That's what allows him to connect to a higher vibration. What happens is that people that, for example, are sitting at work and they're completely uninspired to do anything about their plans, or they have no power, or just they have no energy. They say, oh, I'm tired, oh, I don't want to do that, oh, whatever, you know. And then if you look at the same time at the people that are inspired in that state, they're burning, they're going, they're on the go. They're like, let's do this, come on. And, you know, their eyes are open, their hands are talking, their body emanates energy. And basically what happens is in that state, you go to the next level of vibrating, of frequency. And your heart and mind, they're working together. Because first a thought, what's a thought? A thought is a fragment of, is vibration, a fragment like this, it's all around us. And we could be thinking negative thoughts, we could be thinking positive thoughts. When you grab that thought that is an inspiration and you put it in your body starts vibrating at a higher frequency. And you start tuning in to being a creator, to the point of you being able to do anything that you put your mind to. Hence the phrase, you can do anything you put your mind to. It comes in your heart, and then the mind gets it to work. It figures out a way how to do it without any obstacles. Now, whether you get inspired, you tell yourself a story why you shouldn't do it, then that's a different topic. But today we're going to talk about starting at the first initial state, inspiration. Now the next question is, how do you get it? How do you get to that state of vibrating at a high frequency? Well, for some people, it's different. Some people go to a certain place. Some people connect to certain people. Some people listen to music. Some people go see something that inspires them, which is a theater play, a business seminar, or any other aspect. But what happens in that point is that you decide to connect to that energy, and then you physically go and do it. So you take that first step to connect to the higher vibration. For example, if you like being on top of the mountain, and that inspires you, then you should definitely do that. You should go and seek it out. If you like to listen to a certain person, that's very important too, because they're tuning your body to a different level of vibration. Now, while your body is vibrating, your mind also starts getting to that frequency level. On a very basic level, we are trapped in certain routines. We create routines for ourselves. And what's important for the body and mind to start working together and getting you on the next level is to break that routine. Is to every day come up with something new that you can do. Something that will break the pattern. If, for example, if you go to work and you take the same path, take a different path. If you eat the same meal every day, go to a different place. If you do something every Tuesday, then do something else on Tuesday. Once you break a pattern in your body, your body starts saying, oh, well, I have to produce more energy to do this new thing, and this new thing is making your heart, body, and mind work together. And that's what gets you to be at awe, to be inspired, to be in a different level. So I want you to do something. I want you to think of the last time you were really, really inspired to do something. Think of how it felt. Think of how you're thinking. Think of your body. Like, were you just like, yes, oh my God, this idea is amazing? Were you completely in tune and just breaking out or just jumping? I want you to try to do that. Do that. Think of that moment. Close your eyes and think about it. How did it feel? What did you think? What did you say? And the more you think about it, the more your body will remember that. Because your body has a brain. Your heart, mind, and body have a brain. So the more you put yourself in that state, the more you're going to connect. And the last thing that I wanted to say on this topic is, how do you stay inspired? How do you go living your life in an inspired state of mind? Well, first of all, by constantly training your body to be introduced to the new experiences. If you introduce that, breaking your routine into everyday life, every other day life, then your body will be constantly outputting more energy to go after these experiences, to surprise yourself, to stay in this kind of open-eyed state. You know, in Mesopotamia, there was the sculptures, the little monks they found. The sculptures of little monks. They had really big eyes, and the big question is, why are their eyes so big? Well, because they were big because they were inspired, because they were looking up for answers. They were talking to God through their open eyes. Because they were constantly in a state of wonder. They were like this. So the other tip is, to stay in that place, you have to constantly watch, read, and hear inspired thoughts. You have to feed your body, feed your soul, feed your mind. Because if you constantly feed it with negative thoughts, then that's what your body and mind and soul are going to hear. That's why it's important to not get sucked into other people's stories, because this is their stories. You have to hear more inspired people. And lastly, which is my personal favorite, is to stay in awe. To constantly have an effect of wow. Have a wow effect. For me, wow is very, as you can see this, it's my own painting. As you can see, for me, wow is a very important sound. Which one guy told me in California, that when he got really stoned and he heard the sound wow in the universe. Like, it was the universal sound everywhere, like wow, wow, wow. So that sound, when you say it, the more you say it, the more it connects you to that universal sound of being at awe with the world. And if you're sitting anywhere right now where it's not inspiring at all, you are not in that state. Well, how am I going to do that? So I want to do a little exercise with you right now. You can just close your eyes for a second and imagine the place where you're sitting. It could be job, it could be home, it could be Don't do it in traffic. Don't do it while you're driving. You can be sitting somewhere, standing, sitting, doesn't matter. Could be on the train. So imagine close your eyes and imagine yourself how your soul is going above you. What do you see? You see, for example, you're at work. You see your building, and it goes higher. Then you see the street. It goes higher. Then you start seeing more buildings, and you go higher, and you see the whole city. And you go higher, and you see the whole country. And you go higher, and you see the whole planet. And from that space, look at yourself. Look at the planet Earth and figure out and think for 1 second. Just realize that we are universal beings who live on the planet Earth in space. And if that's not inspiring you, take yourself even higher to galaxy. And know that that's why we have human minds. And that's why we have creativity, imagination, so we can imagine these things and be in that constant state of inspiration. Let's stay inspired. Let's do wonderful things. It's Dmitry Wild. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna play something else.